Hey garden friends, happy Sunday. So today I'll be making a square succulent arrangement in one of my hypertufa pots, and I'll show you the plants that I have. The first one here is a Pachiveria Little Jewel, and I'll get it a little closer so you can see it, and it does look like a little jewel. The tips are lighter, and I think that the contrast between the tips and the actual color of the leaves make it look like a little jewel. And also the markings on the leaves. So beautiful. I love any succulent that grows in this form, kind of like upright, like a lotus, because the lotus is my favorite flower. So I'm naturally attracted to anything that grows like this. Pachiveria Little Jewel, a classic around here. I have a Crassula Ivory Towers, and this is my favorite Crassula. I think that I can actually have the cheek to say that. They are beautiful. So they grow stacked like a typical Crassula does. The leaves are juicy. They're fleshy. The margins get this beautiful red coloring on them, and the contrast between that minty green and the red, is so jaw-dropping to me. I just love them. Crassula Ivory Towers. Oh, and this is a little weird one right here. Very interesting one. This is Venosa Tessellata. Very easy for me to pronounce because it's in Spanish. Venosa meaning venom in English. Don't know what Tessellata means, but like I said, I'm Latin. So there's a lot of Mexican echeverias, for example, that are so easy to pronounce, like for me, like the Echeveria colorata, which means red in English. But this one here, look at it. Look at the print. Look at the marking on the leaves here. Kind of reminds me of a snake. Maybe that's why they called it venosa, because some snakes are poisonous. So beautiful. But I don't think this plant is toxic. Don't think so. But I mean the just how unique it is, and the coloring, of course, is so beautiful on Venosa Tessellata. It adds color and texture to my succulent arrangements. Oh, this right here is an Echeveria, but it's a Ragnoni. Look at that. So it has this frosty color to it. So it's got that farina. So the leaves have, you see how I just kind of rubbed off the coating there? So the coating is called farina, and it is what succulents develop on their leaves naturally to protect them from the sun, from very, very hot sun. So it's like their sunscreen that they have on their leaves. And I don't recommend that you rub it off, because in my experience, it doesn't really grow back. So once I rub that little tip off, I don't think that tip will create more farina. So always be careful with your powdered colored echeverias. Most echeverias have the farina on them, by the way. And this is a Ragnoni. So beautiful. I love them. Another weird one right here. Love the weirdos. This is a devil's horn. Check that out. Oh, goodness. So the tips turn that fiery red. The leaves are narrow, slender. They grow very long. And it's a Crassula. So it grows kind of like stacked, like they all do. But isn't that super unique? And the name, Devil's Horn. They named it right, in my opinion. And I'll show you a little leaf that has developed a little devil's horn right at the tip of it. So not very hard to propagate, but it's having a hard time. There we go. So this little leaf came off, and now it's growing a new little devil horn on it. Isn't that adorable? Look at it. Oh my gosh. So cute. It does look like little horns. Oh, I love this plant. We don't get it in as often as I'd like, but it is definitely a beautiful one for sure. And now I have here the last one I'd like to show you is an Olivia. This is a Graptovaria, and it's becoming orange. So I thought it would be perfect to put into this arrangement because, you know, when I'm looking for succulents to arrange, I'm balancing colors and textures because, in my opinion, that's what makes an arrangement eye-catching. So let's get to it. I'm going to fill this planter up with succulent soil all the way to the top. And I don't really know how I'm going to arrange them, but I'm for sure going to start with that double horn. And I'll put these over here. And I'll put my pot to the side here. And I'll take them out of their little nursery pots. Shake off some of that soil, or rub it off actually, because this one is root bound. It's been growing in there for a while. Not a bad thing at all. That just means that it's nice and strong. But I do have to take some of that soil off, and some of the roots will come off, but that's okay. Okay, so now that I have it, I think I'm going to start this one right here in this left corner. Kind of nestle it just like that. And press the soil around it so it can anchor it down. Okay, wow. That's going to add a lot of texture and interest to this arrangement, this double horn, for sure. Okay, so just like that. And now I want to work around it. So let's see, what should I do? I'm going to bring my little pot a little closer here. And I'm going to move these over here so I can have more space. So let's see. Let's see, what should I do here? So I have these tall ivory towers that I probably need to use next. It's a good idea. And they came apart, which is fine. But I'll shake off the soil here. I'll grab my little brush, my makeup brush, and clean the base here. So why not? You know what? I'm going to go a little wild here. And put one here. And it'll have to be a little deeper. Put one right there, kind of nestle it right there. Press it down. And I'll go for another one right here. Grab my brush, kind of clean it off here. Deeper well there so it can fit nice and comfortably. Don't want to squeeze it in there, you know, just want to make my well so it can actually fit in there. Oh, looks like two little eyes. So it's like the horn and the eyes. I'm having fun. That's the whole point, right? All right, there we go. All right, and what am I going to go with next? So I think I should go with the frosty one. I think I should go with the Rignoni. Right in the center there. That'll definitely catch my eye. Since it's like a frosty bright color, my eyes will go directly to that Rignoni. For sure. All right, let's see. How am I going to put that little face? I think that's good right there. Ooh, so pretty. Oh, gosh. So when it comes to these echeverias with the farina, I like to grab them from the bottom and not from the top. That's just a little tip to not scar the farina. Makes it a lot easier to handle. Okay, so now that I have that, oh my goodness, that is so pretty. Oh, you know what? I'm going to grab another tessellata and put a tessellata here and another one here. Yeah, I'll do that. So bear with me here. And I'm back. So I'm going to do a little mix and match. I think it'll look cool since I'm doing this, like, I've got this little thing going. Oh, and look at the roots on the tessellata. Very healthy. I'm going to grab my knitting needle because there's some perlite right in the center. And that's going to drive me crazy. All right. Okay. And because those roots are so healthy, I'm going to make a wider well because I want to get them all in there. I'm kind of going to bunch them up. Be very careful not to snap them. Kind of nestle it just like that. Grab it by the leaves so I can press around it. And this one will definitely need a little more soil right here. And I'm tucking in one of those roots. Press some more soil around it. Ooh, yeah, this is turning out pretty interesting. Look at that. You see how it adds a lot of texture, like I was saying? Oh my goodness. I just love the weirdos. I love them. What would I do without them? You know, a lot of people, I should say that popular succulents are the pastel colored ones, the pink ones, the blue ones, the green ones. But these are just as interesting and just as pretty. Don't you think? Just love them. So I'm going to do my other well here, nice and wide. They are definitely underrated. And I'm going to grab the little root ball here. Can I just tuck it in, make it level with the other one? And tuck those little roots in. And I'm going to need more soil around this one as well. Oh man, so beautiful. Such a gorgeous Sunday, by the way. I had my coffee out here. And I was looking around and I was like, I think I'm going to make an arrangement today. And here I am. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I'm loving it. I really, really am. Okay, so now I've got this space here. And I've got the Olivia. And I've got the little jewel left. So should I just put them both in there? I don't know. I think that the Olivia would be a good companion here. But since I'm like mixing and matching now, I don't know what to do. I think that there's a lot of, like this bluish color going on with the ivory tower, with the Ragnoni. So should I put this one instead of this one? Or should it be this one? Because, you know what? Maybe it's meant to be. I'll just mix it up. Why not? I don't have to follow a pattern, right? I'll put them both in there. But I'll add more soil. And I'll kind of push this one a little more back over there so both of them can fit. And I'll make a big hole here. There we go. So they'll both fit. Okay. I'm doing it. Okay, so I'll put the little jewel right here. And I'll take this twig out of there. It's a pretty big one. Okay. This one, this patch of area also has a farina, so I'm trying to grab it from the bottom. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Got a little more soil here. Okay. So yeah, it's better to make the wells one by one. Okay. Now my other one right here. I just love how round the rosettes are on Olivia's. And the color, of course. Oh, and this one's pretty root bound. Wow. Gonna have to really loosen it here. Gonna clean off those dry leaves that are at the base. Okay. Wow. That's been going in there for a while, I bet. Okay. So this is definitely going to need a wider, deeper well here. And here we go. Last but not least, Olivia's coming in. Gonna press around it here. Grab my knitting needle. And make the soil around the succulents nice and even because I will be putting the stones on top. And it makes it a lot easier. But this one's nice and tucked in there. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it. Oh, it's the simple things that make us happy, right? At least for me. Maybe for most people, I think. Oh. There we go. That turned out nice. Like the addition of the second tessellata here. That worked out great. Okay. So I'm going to grab all of this soil. I'm going to put it to the side. I don't have my little trash bin around. And grab my brush. Up real fast. All right. Perfect. Oh, so what do you think? I think it turned out nice. I think there's a good balance going on. It's a little funky. Yeah, I'll admit. But that's what makes it unique, right? And it's all about originality. At least for me. There we go. That is so pretty. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so now for the stones. And I'm going to kind of blow some of that soil from the Rignoni. There we go. Ah, I'm getting the sniffles here. It's my allergies. All right. Going to start with the stones in the back, and this is what's really going to complete the look, for sure. Lift some of my double horn leaves and tuck those little stones under them. Perfect. Work my way around this side. All of these succulents are available at suckycrafts.com. Check them out. Oh, sorry about that. But I don't have any tissue around. And on the descriptions down below, I'll put the proper names and the links to all of them. That helps. Makes it a lot faster. One-stop shop, right? We all love that. Now I'm going to go around over here. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Oh, yeah. Getting a little sniffle attack here. Oh. But I'm almost done. Thank you if you're still watching. So when it comes to watering, I'm going to give this pot here a deep watering. And I'm going to wait for the water to drain all the way down the drainage hole at the bottom. And that's when I'll stop. Put this in a location with that will get bright and direct sun. That's how I like to keep my succulents. They keep their color. It's bright enough for them to keep their form. And hopefully, they'll grow in no time. There we go. Isn't that just gorgeous with the stones? I mean, you can hardly see them on camera, but oh, it does make a difference. Look at that. That turned out very nice. I love all the balance of the colors and the textures. It makes it so fun. Oh, I love it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And until next time, bye, garden friends.